Back in 2021, I got to drive this RS3. Now, it was promised for Canada, but ultimately it didn't arrive. Well, the good news is for 2025, this beautiful beast is back. The key to any RS model is the engine. In this case, it's Audi's 2.5-litre turbocharged inline-5 and the distinct sound the odd number of cylinders creates. It's part howl, part growl, and all powerful. In this application, it's been tweaked to broaden the power band and increase output. The Turbo 5 twists out 394 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. The key is the available torque shows up anywhere between 2250 and 5600 RPM, so it pulls really hard through the all-important mid-range. The engine drives all four wheels through a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission with normal sport and manual modes, and of course Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive setup. The gearbox has blindingly quick shifts without being abrupt, even when it's being pushed around a racetrack. The gearbox is also remarkably well mannered when it's left to its own devices. It downshifts at the right time and holds that gear until it's the right time to upshift. Likewise, the Quattro system, well, it's a little different. Now, perhaps the biggest asset this car has is the torque splitter rear end. In the rear diff, there are two electronically controlled clutches. When you head into a corner, it sends more power to the outside rear wheel. That turns the car in with less steering input and reduced understeer. It works wonderfully well, especially if you're out there thrashing around a racetrack. I would be remiss if I didn't mention the RS3's party piece. Again, it has to do with that torque splitter rear end. The RS torque rear mode can send all of the power to just one rear wheel, which allows the tail to be flicked out and held there until the driver's nerve quits or they end up spinning out. It's drift mode plus. The rest of the RS3's driving dynamics start with the adaptive suspension. It continuously monitors and adjusts each of the dampers according to the drive conditions and the drive mode selected. The three settings deliver a comfortable, balanced or sporty drive with a noticeable difference between each setting. Next up is the speed-sensitive power steering. It's progressive and turns in with a rare tenacity when challenging the twisty sections of a racetrack. The bonus is the steering does not feel overly sharp when cruising suburbia or pointy when you're running the highway. Much of my track time had the RS3 in dynamic mode. It banishes body roll, sharpens the steering response and sends more power rearward. However, switching to the track-oriented RS performance mode, well, that was a magical moment. Now the RS3 dived into a decreasing radius corner and then pulled out of it with some tail wagging at the exit. To say it delivers a nimble drive is a massive understatement. The car became an extension of this driver, such as the communication, feedback and response to input. If there's an RS3 in your future, make sure to include the Dynamic Plus package. It brings fade-free ceramic front brake rotors, performance summer tyres and a 290 km/h top speed, which is 40 more than the Mortal model. All the features are an integral part of track life, but in the real world, the upgraded brakes and tyres make a big difference to the driving dynamics, even when you're pushing down a twisty back road. The return of the RS3 to Canada is something to be celebrated. This 2025 model is a dream to drive, and quite frankly, it's about the best car you can buy under $100,000 if you want to drive with a smile. For Driving.ca, I'm Graham Fletcher.